Is it better now? Microphone and with fish tank. Okay, wonderful. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, man. Basically, me and my partner, we got a second cat. It was a little bit crazy, to be honest. The lady that we got the cat from, like, it was a very tumultuous situation. She was being evicted and she needed to get rid of a bunch of these cats, and it was like a whole ordeal. I've still been working, as you guys know. I also have a YouTube channel that I, make videos for. So, yeah, that's where I've been fucking tired, and it was also that time of the month for me. So I had like I don't know, like a 3 week, 1 month break because of everything. Man, I can't even say I'm sorry. It was for my mental health. Like, it was for my. Did a bee just die? Okay, no. The bee's alive. Jesus Christ. That was crazy. Anyways, I want to take some pressure off of myself, but I wanted to show you guys something. Check this out. Look at this. Look at this. Every day, okay, not every day, but like every other day, I have been logging into Minecraft on this world trying to figure out how to get as many shulker boxes as possible. I've debated building farms. I debated, and I would run out of not TNT. I would run out of gunpowder, bro. Bro, this is ridiculous. The amount of time that it took me to get 6 of these versus getting just these 3 is insane. I got all 6 of these shulker boxes today, and I got these 3. No, I got 5 of them today, and I have 2 extras. Like, I have enough to make 2 extras if I could just find it. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. Yeah. And then I got these 4 over the past like 2 weeks. It's been horrible. I hate getting shulker boxes, but I just kept dying. Like, if we go into the end, you would see that. I just keep dying. I know that we were chopping trees somewhere. I just need to sort out where that is. Was it over here? I don't know. I would rather chop trees in an area that I would like to build. I wouldn't mind doing some like terraforming projects over the next you know, few weeks or months, just to kind of give us a good basis for next time that we're in this area, because then we're gonna go to the fall. Oh, here it is, right? No, no. This is something else. Why does it look like this place doesn't have a roof? Oh, because it doesn't. This is when we came out of the birch forest. Um, yeah. The house does not have a roof. But that's okay. Yeah, I want to go somewhere for the fall, and maybe somewhere else for Halloween. Not gonna lie, now I hear your voice. I've missed you, Simi. Aw, thank you. I've missed you too, man. I've been wanting to get on like every Thursday, but man, for one thing or another, like, like life just was getting in the way. Um, but yeah, I'm happy to be back and I'm happy to be here. I'm just gonna be fucking chopping trees. Like, it's a nice chill stream today. Like, I've been already playing Minecraft for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I took a break. I did some dishes. Um, but yeah. So where should we go to chop? Oh, was it? Oh, it was right here. Never mind. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna chop down everything that we could possibly chop down for fun. Or we can chop this stuff down. I have like none of this stuff. Yeah. If we get this area done quickly, then we'll go over here. I wanted to yeah, health is number one, right? Exactly. And I think you should be prioritizing yourself as well. And how are you? Let me know. Let me know in chat. How are you guys doing? What are some things that you've been working on? What are some challenges that you've been facing? Because for me, bro, sometimes like getting up in the morning is a challenge. Sometimes getting up in the morning is a challenge. Okay. Yeah, but we'll go over here, chop down as much as we can because I want this entire area on the map to be just like covered, like sprawling with city, with civilization, okay, with stuff. Look at these. Look at all these different, villages. I feel like they should be interconnected. We got a pretty good area. I'm not going to say spawn, although where is my spawn? My spawn is like over here or something. Yeah, like I had to travel a long time just to get to this area over here, which of course I want to still keep developing. But I have so many like long-term projects that like road making that I just feel like, oh, I made one stream on it, I can't make another, or I feel like I've made too many streams. Who's really gonna watch this? But like kind of feel like nobody's really watching me anyways, so I don't think it really matters. Hey, you said you're fucking tired, bro. Working a little too much in the last 2 weeks. 3 weeks till you go on vacation. Hell yeah. Where are you? Well, I'm not gonna ask if you don't feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to answer. But where are you going on vacation? What are you gonna get up to? I forgot why I was even looking this way in the first place. Okay, we just need to turn a little to the right. I've been doing this and it's been helping me a lot, like to readjust my course. Oh, it is nighttime. Maybe we should grab a bed. I don't know. Maybe we could grab a furnace as well, and then we can smelt some stuff. I forgot that I had all these shulker boxes, but all of these are full. I needed like project ones, and I got an extra ender chest, which is cool. Very cool beans. I guess I'll take this because it's an axe. Oh, I should really take these hoes as well. Yeah, I think I will. Let's pack this up. Is this the one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is. So let's put this in here. We'll take all these hoes. I mean, we're going to do a lot of trading as well, probably if we need a break, because I want to be leveling up people. I need an emerald source. We got this iron farm working, which is great. You said I'm going camping by myself alone for the first time. Wow. Jeez, man, you are brave. I don't know. There's something like a little scary, about being on my own. Definitely, especially ever since I like started dating my partner. But I am so excited for you. That this is great news. Like, that sounds so much fun. You'll be playing like Minecraft in real life. You'll be like a nomad in real life. It's great. Hope you have a lot of fun. What am I looking for, bro? Like a will to live? What am I looking for? I'm looking for a bed. Hello? There's no one home. Let's take a couple extra wool. Bruh, you know what's so funny? Is I'm pretty certain I have wool on me. Okay. Okay, I think we're going in this direction. Are you going to bring like a book? Are you going to work on your book over there when you do your... Didn't need to waste that many rockets. Rockets are slim. But yeah. Are you going to do some work on your book? I feel like that would be a nice like writing retreat thing to do. Oof, we gotta make sure we're lighting up, girl. And I do not have a bed ready, so... Zombie apocalypse! Hey, guys. Bonk. We have a donkey. oh, I can't wait to like clear everything, make it flat, easy to build on. That's basically what we got to do, man. We got to do so much terraforming. Like, I don't care if I'm doing terraforming for the next 3 months. Like, I want to have a good foundation to build upon. And honestly, that's how I feel about my real life as well. I just want a good foundation to build upon. Okay. I need to develop a good routine. Develop like a system that works for me. This is the one. 1, 2. And we have enough that we could literally put a different shulker box for each wood type. Isn't that awesome? Hello. Blah. Okay. Freaked me out for a second. Anyways, bonk. Sleep through this night. He said, "Are we going on vacation?" We are not going on vacation for until late, like August. We're gonna go visit my family in Texas, which is crazy. It's been like 2 years since I was able to visit my family. Gonna do a bunch of touristy things and just spend a lot of time with them and my little brother, whom I miss a lot. You said you already have 145 pages. Let's go, Dayon. Let's go. I'm so excited to read. I've actually been in a reading slump. Like, I gave up on my summer reading challenge mostly. And I started reading Six of Crows, which is not bad. But like I said, I'm just in a reading slump. So I read like maybe one chapter across the last like month. But I want to like keep editing your stuff, so give me as many as you can. Like, we could make multiple books out of it, girl. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for your book. And you totally changed almost everything I read. Wow. Okay, so this is gonna be like an entirely new experience. I'm the kind of person, like I said, I edit my YouTube videos, and I sometimes, I like to edit stuff, to be honest. I have had friends for college essays or like law school essays. I've had friends like ask me for help. Girl, what am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? I got no space in my inventory. What am I doing right now? Not a damn thing. Yapping. That's what we're here for. All right. Let's just dump that in there for now. Let's dump a lot of this stuff. What's annoying about this though is that like I will have to reorganize a little bit of it. But yeah, I love editing. I love reading through people's stories and like trying to see the vision. So I'm very excited to see what you come up with. What you have come up with. So don't think I forgot. Don't think that, Also, what do you think about my like comments and stuff? You said you also hired someone online to design your cover. Awesome. You searched a lot of vids and how to write better. Yeah, man. I don't even think you have like I don't think that you're a bad writer. I think you have a vision. And obviously like you speak a different language natively. So with any vision like that, there's going to be a little bit of discrepancy because some things just don't translate well, right? But I think ultimately I think you're pretty talented, and I think yeah, man, keep working on yourself, keep working on your craft, and I think you'll see the results for sure. And are you feeling like super motivated, or are you like now in a break phase? Like you said, you were getting ready to go on vacation. Is that something that like that you think about? You're like, oh yeah, I'm taking a break because I did 145 pages. Like for me, I just released a video, and I'm the kind of person that I'm like, all right, I need a break. At least for a day. I don't want to touch anything to do with, bless you, I don't want to touch anything to do with video making, I shouldn't use my valuable stuff, to be honest. But that's like, if I didn't want to use it, then maybe I should take it off my person. I think it's great though that you also hired someone online to do your cover because you know, the AI was not doing it for me. I'm not gonna lie. Um I know it was like always temporary and stuff, so it's good. You're making moves. You're making moves on your dreams and passions, and I couldn't be more proud of you. If you ever think like, damn, nobody's gonna read my book, just know Simi's reading your book. Also, how is that thing going? You said the last week you write every night to like 1 or 2 at night, but you're working a lot, so there's not that much energy to write and write. Yeah, you need a break, man. You need a break. You know. But yeah, how is that thing going? I know you were saying you were going out with a girl. How did that go? What's the tea? So you went on a date, right? But that's all. Okay. Did she like not text you or did you not text her? Was it like not the vibe? You guys better off like friends? I remember you said that you kind of liked her a lot. Like you were very interested in getting to know her more. My god, these goddamn trees, bro. Look at these. Like, what is this shape? We texted, but we were agreed that we were not the one for each other. Aw. It happens, you know? That's very like mature and like adult of you. Up until literally right before I met my partner, like I had a phase, another one. I had multiple phases in my college career, but towards the end of it, right before graduation, I was like, you know what? I'm doing the things. I think I am ready for a relationship. And even though I was ready for a relationship, a lot of other people were not. Or they just, like you said, were just not the one for me. A lot of people, we had like disagreements about politics, or we had disagreements, and I'm the type of person that I don't want to sacrifice my personal beliefs in my relationship. That's very important to me. You know, not everybody's like that. I don't believe that, you know, just because you have different politics you can't be together. I think for me it is the case, you know. But yeah, there was so many like, oh, you sift through so much bullshit, especially when you're a girl. But I can imagine that it's still very stressful. The like dating process is still you know, somewhat stressful for guys as well. I know in the manosphere people talk about like, oh, you know, there's so many girls on this platform, there's so many guys on this platform but not enough girls for the guys. And I really had to sit and ask myself, like, is my partner on dating apps? Is the person I'm looking for, are they the type of person to get dating apps? You know? And the truth is, like, a lot of women, they just prefer to find self fulfillment in other ways and not necessarily like, you know, reliant on validating people's, getting like validating things from other people. But also, some people just don't want to be in a relationship. They prefer like polygamy or sleeping around, and that's their prerogative. I don't think anybody should ever judge them on that. I was more so like, um, I guess, disgusted by misogyny and racism, homophobia, like bigotry. it was just rampant and disgusting. The way that a lot of men think that they can speak to women is insane to me. Because if I was a man, you would never speak to me like that. You know, if I say that I'm lesbian, it's not enough for somebody to stop talking to me. It's only if I say I have a boyfriend. And even then, no matter what you say, they're going to assume that you're lying. You know, there's a lot of mistrust. And I think a lot of it is unfounded. Some men just hate women. You know? You said, I really love who I am right now. So when I find a partner, I still want to be the person I am right now. Exactly. Yeah. And, you know, not everybody needs to change all the time. You know, I think you should find somebody that is on the same path you're on in life. If you're trying to better yourself, if you're trying to, you know, work on your book, you're trying to do all of these different things, you definitely want somebody who's also working on their own things. Otherwise, they're going to feel like you don't have time for them. And it's just like a misalignment, you know? And, you know, I think that's just unnecessary. I don't think you need to put yourself through that if you don't want to. It's as simple as. But yeah, really excited to be back, man. I could literally cry. I love to just sit here and play Minecraft. And honestly, I feel bad because, like I said, this is what I like to do. I like to just walk around and randomly terraform or, you know, grow a forest even. Oh shit, girl. Stuff going on outside. But yeah, I like to be, I guess, I like to do boring shit in Minecraft. I hope that's okay. I hope you'll still watch me, Dayon, even though I do boring shit. Get in my head a lot about it, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're so fucking boring. But, you know, I think that's okay. Like we were just saying, like, not everybody needs to change. I like who I am. I like the life that I've cultivated. And if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't feel ashamed. So why should I feel shame? You said, I have a problem finding people. I love being alone, but I love being with a person I really love. Yeah, exactly. You know, and I think it is very easy, right, to be around. I don't know. I think it's very easy to like pass as an introvert. I mean, as an extrovert, I think it's very easy to pass as an extrovert because people. I think for some of us, it's easier to hide like our exhaustion, so other people might not understand how annoying it really is just to find at least one. Ooh, this is why I terraform. I don't think people understand how annoying it is to have to always be socializing, you know? Like, you're a teacher, bro. Like, you have to see people all the time. You have to talk to your coworkers. I also have a job that does not work from home. So I am constantly speaking with people all day. And the only other person that I want to speak to when I get home is my partner. That's it, you know? I will deny phone calls. Trust me, I'm pretty ruthless. Protect your peace. What's going on? It's okay. You said you don't go outside much if where you meet other people. You have a social battery at 25% at the beginning of the day, so after work it's like 0. Yeah, exactly. And then imagine you trying to fit in as well, like we were talking about, like writing and stuff like that. You know, it'd be one thing if somebody else was also wanting to be an aspiring writer or they had their own creative endeavors to work on. But it's another thing entirely when, you know, you're kind of, I guess, relying, I don't know, when they're kind of relying on you for that interaction, but you can't really give it. It's sad. And I don't think anybody should force themselves to do something like that. Girl, here I was making torches. Here I was. Okay. I need to also get some more stuff off of my person. I think this is a little ridiculous how much stuff I have on me. I have so many mending books, not enough unbreaking, you know? I got a bunch of meat to eat, of course. I have a bunch of food, so we can be out here for as long as I want to be. I will put this in here because it has my extra shulker boxes and extra stuff. Oh yeah. I did also, if I fill up like an entire one, I wanted to start up a chest. Let's at least put, we don't need that many saplings in there, right? Maybe just this many. I could even do an automatic bone meal machine so that all the stuff I really don't want, I can just put away, but we need to do that right now. We don't need to do that right now. Not sure how long I'll be streaming today. I might go a long time of just like not speaking, but I'll let you know. Oh, hey guys! Where are you trying to fucking get me? What are you doing? What are you doing? Where is my shooter? Okay. I don't think I can reach him from here. Ugh, I suck at the video game. Big new. Oh my god, where did you come from? Holy shit. This is why you terraform and you light things up. Like, I know how to play the game. I've actually been coming to the conclusion lately that I'm not very good at playing Minecraft. Whoop, big news. Hot off the press. Very true. It's one thing to be like, guys, I'm so bad at the game, guys. Guys, I'm so bad. It's another thing to like die 4 times just trying to collect shulker shells. And I kept dying due to the same reasons. Like, I would just drop out the fucking air because my elytra broke. Like, and I still don't have Unbreaking 3 on it because I'm fucking petty. And I was like, yeah, I don't care that my fucking thing died. I don't care. I'm going to go back right now. And then I just kept doing that. And it was just like this really toxic cycle. But we're here. We're queer. Even though Pride is over, everything's fine. You say, I'm going to go potty and make you lunch. Do you want mac and cheese and a hot dog? Am I living a little too far for you to make me lunch? You guys are so funny. You never had mac and cheese in your life? That's insane. That's insane. I eat mac and cheese like every other day. And thank you, Ramen. If I didn't have a partner like Ramen, if I didn't have Ramen, I don't know where I would be. Okay. Oh man. He just helps me remember how to be like a person, I'm gonna use this one until I use it up. These are my backup tools. So maybe I should put my real tools like separate so that I can remember which one is mine. I like keeping my sword on me, and I don't have that many axes, so I'll have to use this one. And then we can just use Silk Touch for now, I think. You don't need to fortune anything. Just trying to get my stuff, like trying to get my hotbar a little bit more empty, Okay, these feel very necessary. I think I'm going to break these really fast. We don't want a mistake of yesterday, so okay. And then if maybe I can just take the one, this one, and go like this. Oops. All right, now we have enough space, right? We have enough space. There's my other cat. You said that's not a thing in your country. What's your favorite biome? Oh, damn. I'm so sad that's not a thing in your country, but it's probably for the best. Americans are like the fattest people for a reason because Americans are the greediest. Americans are the most capitalistic. So, you know, it's definitely not good for you, but it is good for the soul. It's food for the soul. Don't let anybody tell you soul food is not therapy because it is. Um my favorite biome, man, what can I say? I think I think meadows are pretty nice. This is a meadow, for example. I like the meadow because the grass color is not like assaulting. It still feels like a plains biome. But I love how many flowers tend to be in the meadows, right? Trying to think. Hmm. Yeah, meadows are really pretty. And I think it sucks because it's so basic, but plains really are that girl. Like whenever you go to base somewhere, where are you basing? In a plains. In a plains biome because why wouldn't you, right? If you hear growling, my other cat is not very happy about the new cat right now. She's still like adjusting, so I hope you understand. Everything's okay, but there might be some growling in the background. What's your favorite biome and why? I think for just aesthetic purposes, I think I have to say Cherry Grove only because they tend to spawn on like mountains and stuff. Near like it's so crazy. And especially because they spawn on a mountain, there's like deep dark underneath. I think they can just look the most pretty and the most like immersive. Um yeah, and they're the least assaulting. I feel like seeing the dark purple with the pink, I don't know, it just makes me feel warm inside, warm and fuzzy. I do think dark oak forests look pretty though as well. I just love this game. I love the woods in real life. The smell of spruce trees is my favorite. You like the spruce and the with the fine cobblestone. Yeah, I think that's taiga, old growth taiga specifically. I could be wrong, you know. Oh yeah, and in the meadow you get bunnies, which is nice. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the old growth taigas also give you that immersion, right? That feeling of like, wow, am I ever gonna get out of this biome? I don't really like them. I feel like there's always like big holes in the ground. There's always way too many mobs. Um, so for someone like me who's bad at the game, it can be a little difficult to navigate, but it's so pretty to walk through. And have you ever done a trail ruins? Have you ever done a trail ruins with like in an old growth taiga? I got so excited I started stuttering a little. You like the dark and mystic? Yeah, very moody. Very moody. Imagine if you had like I feel like Minecraft should just do this, but I think certain biomes should really have a fog, right? Like they have fog in the Nether. They can absolutely do it in the you know in the overworld. I think places like the swamp biome should have fog, maybe like a more green, like musty looking fog. And then in places like the old growth taiga, they can have like a lighter, pale white fog. There's a little fog when you go into the pale oak forest, but I really want to see them update older biomes, like pre existing biomes, in the way that they're doing right now, basically. Like they have been doing that. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. Did you know that Minecraft is going to have like have you seen what they're doing? They have a little I guess, update, they're gonna do copper tools and armor. Huh. Huh. I feel like Microsoft or Mojang is about to do some horrendous, heinous war crime or something, because they have just been giving the people what they want. It's a little sus, right? Yeah, you saw it. I mean, honestly, they should have just added it when they added copper, or when they sat there and added, like, I don't know, 30 different decorative copper pieces. I feel like that would have been the time. But I'm glad they're doing it now, right? It's a little sus though. Yeah, where's the emerald armor and tools? Exactly. It's nice that you can like trim out stuff, armor and stuff with emerald. So I guess that's okay. I don't know. I would love for like certain villagers, or like, I don't know, maybe you go to a different, I don't know, I feel like they should have different currencies. Is that crazy? Is that a crazy thing to say? Like, why do they all have the same currencies, Okay. Gotta make sure we light up these holes, because if we don't, things will spawn and we'll just hear monsters all the time. It's best to, like, I find, terraform as you go, because if you just start off by filling in all of the spots. Hello? Oh, that was just my feet steps. Whew. Man, it's so scary because I never play Minecraft with my headphones on. So whenever I stream, I'm like, hello. Yeah, I think it is crazy. But the game's getting good, I think. Well, I think it was always good. I think it would have to take like an atomic bomb or something for me to stop playing Minecraft. I really don't know. This is one of my very few forms of joy that I get, especially just like solitary wise. It's one of my creative outlets, of course. I feel like I have to have a lot. Are you the same way? I feel like creative people need to have multiple creative outlets, because just one is just not enough, right? Am I crazy? Am I pretentious? You gotta be honest with me, guys. You gotta be honest. Yeah, we're gonna cover this whole thing up. Let's put that down. I don't really prefer to sleep through the nights, so. You said, oh, I do that a lot. Yeah, right? You have like a lot of creative outlets, because, I don't know, just one doesn't feel like enough. It really doesn't. I feel like my brain's still going a million miles a minute. There's so many things that I want to do. There's so many places I want to go. So many things I want to see. So many people I want to meet. I can probably afford to take this whole thing down a bit. Give me a little bit of dirt. Poetry, making cards and envelopes, writing, photography, Minecraft, Sims. Yeah. Right now, I've been doing, I was doing coloring while I was going to therapy. I stopped that, by the way. She was making me feel worse about myself. Yeah, it just wasn't really beneficial for me, I thought. And I was on my last free session. In America, if you have like, sometimes your healthcare, I'm still on my mom's healthcare, and sometimes they'll like, sometimes they will give you like a couple free sessions. And yeah, I was on my last one. There was only 5 sessions. And I was just like, man, her work is not worth paying $100 an hour for. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, streaming is also therapy. My main YouTube channel, Minecraft, of course, bullet journaling, junk journaling. Ah! He almost killed that donkey! Oh, you are horrible. You're a horrible person. A zombie? Is he blowing up? Did he just mimic a zombie? I don't understand. I thought I heard a zombie. I did. I killed so many Endermen today. I would prefer not to kill any more, especially because I have my headphones on right now. Okay, guys, I don't want to die today. I really don't want to die today. Okay. Everything's chill. Whew. Scary. But yeah, I was coloring. I also have a lot of paint, like acrylic paint that I have not really used. I used to paint quite a bit, just like for fun. I'm not very good at all. I'm not like a painter at all. I consider myself an artist, as in like I have an artist vision and I make art, and that's all you really need to be an artist. But most of the time I like to describe myself as a creative, right? And painting is just nice to do. It's like easy. Yeah. There doesn't have to be a whole lot of pressure on yourself if you don't want there to be. So yeah, I found that I have a bunch of paint. I actually just organized like a craft cart which has like all my stationery. It has all of my hobbies, and it'll sit in my office, in our office, so that whenever I do find that I have like a little bit of time on my hands, or whenever I want to carve out some time to do some creative stuff, it'll all be right there, you know, like easy to access. Before it was like kind of scattered about the house, but not anymore. Let's go. I also love to do my makeup as well. It's not something I talk about that often, but I love doing my makeup and hair. I also spent a week doing my hair. That's where I was. LOL. Oh, what's going on? What is this little like hole? Gotta make sure it's easy to get out of here. Come on. Okay. Bonk. You said the last time I played Minecraft, I was busy with getting a loaded creeper and getting some heads of mobs. Dude, that sounds like so much fun. I would love to get every mob head. It would probably take me years though. Hello? Did my thing just die? My keyboard just died, bro. I'm using my backup keyboard. You said you have things in your head to draw or paint, but it always disappoints you what you draw and versus what you had in mind. Yeah. I mean, dude, if that's not being an artist, I don't know what is, okay? Being dissatisfied with your art, I feel like is something every artist experiences. Every time I release a video, I'm like, man, that is not what I thought this video would look like, you know? I think that in my head, I'm like, I'm so professional, and that's just not me. That's just not me right now. Okay, it just really isn't. I like to think I take a lot of pride in my work, but I don't have necessarily all the tools. I don't have the time to like dedicate to learning all these different new hobbies. So if I make something and it's ugly, then I burn it. If I make something and it's ugly, what would I do in Minecraft? I would tear it down. I would start over. I would try again. Right? And sometimes I rage quit. So what? I think that's okay. But I always come back. I always come back to Minecraft, It's never forever goodbye. Minecraft is such a big part of my life. Shit. Where did I... Okay. It came from that way. This way. Oh my gosh. Another hole. Guys. Ah! Where's my shield? Where's my food? Oh my gosh, that scared me. I think I'm gonna go piss my pants. Oh, why is he being mean? Where's he coming from? Hello? There's a lot. Oh my god, there's a lot. Do you think this is a dungeon? Did we just stumble across a dungeon? Let's light this. Oh my god! Guys! Guys! We found one! Oh my god! We're gonna die. It's okay if we did. I just didn't want to. Guys! Ah! I wonder what kind of spawner it is. Please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. I need your... Oh, fuck. Okay, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. It's filling the floor. Dungeon this way. Right? We need to light this bad boy up. Ugh. Stop freaking hitting me. Oh, it's gotta be a zombie dungeon. Bro, and look at this. Look at this, bro. A surface spawner? There was a cobblestone. Yeah, I saw the cobblestone, and that's what there was like these 2 pieces of cobblestone like here. And all I saw, I turned the corner. And oh no, it was right here. So what happened was I turned the corner and I was like, is there a spawner or have I been here before? Because I, as you can see, will fill in spots that I think are, you know, need to be filled in with cobblestone. I do that all the time. So I was like, dang, is there a spawner or was I already here? Oh yeah, now we have plans. We're going to do this. If we need a break, we'll just clear out this thing and do a makeshift spawner. Look at this. Emerald ore in the ceiling. Ooh, other side. That's nice. I wasn't kidding though. That actually did scare the fuck out of me. So I'm gonna go pee my pants and I'll be real bad. I'll be back. And then, yeah, tell me what do you think this will be a good or bad chest? Bad chest. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Did you say it's the worst chest that I'll ever stumble across? And you were right. Wow. That's okay. We have plenty of coal for our torches. And we got cat. That's pretty good. Huh? It's pretty good. Couple bones. Can't really complain. Okay, let's see. And we got a saddle, which is pretty good, and melon seeds, which I'm not sure if we had already. Is there anything we don't need? I don't know if we have beetroot. I'll just put this down here for now. I'll just put all the seeds back for now. Take the valuables, and then I'll come back for the rest. We know where this is. What I really should do is figure out how much space we will need, because it is basically a surface spawner. So I just need to figure out where should this end over here? And I think the answer is like right here, because we already have a little portal to the surface. So let's tuck this down like so. Yep, we'll take that. Okay. Looks like there's lots of ways to get out of here. But we only need one of these areas designated for to be like covered up. I think I've already chosen. Yeah, this should be enough light, I think. And then we'll just take this. We'll need more. We'll definitely need more dirt for sure. Whew, what is this? Let's just cover that up. I was gonna be greedy, so I can take this damn, you know, I guess I am gonna be greedy. Oh, can't be that fucking greedy. Psych. Okay. Torch. Ugh. Okay. I guess. To symbolize, you know, none of this needs to be open. Right? Okay, we're getting somewhere. But considering that it is daytime, I would think I would like to go chop some trees. Oh yeah, that is gonna be there. Can start closing it up. You said waypoint? You're so right. You're so right. We are going to get one in right now. I just want to make sure that I'm doing the waypoint like right over the area. But since we already know where we kind of are, you know, I'm probably going to want like a staircase or something going down. Actually, this could be like a natural staircase down. But I'm just not sure, you know, like where exactly. But let's put the waypoint. We're going to call it let's do green because zombies are green. Yeah. A little neon, yeah. Nice. Hello. Ugh. How old am I again? I am 23, but I think, you know, we gotta be careful asking people that on the internet. You never know. But yeah, I am an adult. I'm 23. Hey, Ramen, do you think you can give me a battery? My second keyboard's acting up. I hope I'm not like getting murdered above ground. Hello. Okay. I actually think it was entirely my fault. I've noticed with these like little leaves, for some reason, I lag a lot. I really wish that they were a lot less. It was a joke because you named it Poopy. Oh my god. You know, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Let's just say that I haven't had my caffeine today. Yeah, this should be a big enough beacon though. I think this should work. Yeah. And if we cleared this area here, I don't know where I'm trying to go. Look, we got all this stuff on us. Oh, what's over here? It's a nice area. We could maybe even build here. Wow, I'm literally starving. Can you believe that, like, right before stream, I was gonna cook for myself. Um, I made ramen lunch and then I was just gonna, yeah, I was just gonna chill out. I don't really need this piece of iron, to be honest. Oh, but if I go like this, oh man, I'm a goblin for real. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, I was gonna make myself lunch and then it was time to stream and I wanted to stream at 1:30 and I didn't because I was like, oh, I gotta eat lunch. So I wasn't gonna do it again, right? I wasn't gonna say like I'm not gonna stream again because I haven't eaten. I was like, I'll just eat after. But I'm literally starving. Like, I don't know how I ever starved. I used to starve myself. Like, I can't believe. Like, I don't know. It's so weird. My lunch has arrived. You want the ASMR food taste? And yeah, that was your biome. Oh my gosh. Be nice, Esme. Um, where was it? Yeah, it was over here. The other biome. The taiga, I think. It's like a little bit of one. You see? On the tip of that coast. Yeah. I think that would be a nice spot for like up there on that cliffside. Could be a nice spot for the fall. Okay. And yes, I will do the ASMR for you if this is what you want. But you asked for it. If I die, if this is how I die, it's your fault. All right, we have the hot dog. Wait. Today we're going to be eating a hot dog. Ooh, it's raining outside. It's raining outside. It's very nice. It's actually raining in real life. I'm just saying, it's nice. Time to eat the hot dog. I can't. You asked for this. It's so gross. Time for the mac and cheese. Time for the mac and cheese. You're feeling a new YouTube channel? ASMR Simi? A Simi MR? Mm. Never mind, it's disgusting. Dude, I told you. Ew, that sounds too wet for me. Sounds too wet for me. Let's chop down. Oh my gosh. There was literally ops to my south. To my 12. I'm gonna keep chopping down some trees and eating my lunch. Have you eaten lately? In the last couple of hours, Dayon? Maybe it's time to get you a little snack. It's been an hour into stream. That goes for everybody. I hope you get some hydration, drink some water. Put me in chat. What's the weather like where you are? What's the weather looking like? Okay, stop. I've heard enough. I told you it was bad. It's not my thing personally. I have seen videos, like I've tried to see what the hype was, but when I, because you can't really criticize something without, I don't feel like it's correct to criticize something without like knowing why. If that makes sense. This is crazy, bro. Today it was 22°C, no sun. That's like hot, right? 20°C is like warm. But I guess you don't really have humidity, do you? Or do you? I'm not really sure. Can't really speak on it. Average temperature. Okay, so like 75 degrees Fahrenheit type beat. Do you get like a breeze? Is there like a coast? Actually, I don't know if you should answer that. There's some people that are so crazy good at GeoGuessr that they could literally figure out where you live. The internet is a scary place, man. Not too hot, not too cold. Perfect. Oh, that's nice. Man, you really gotta, take note of the little things, I fear. Ooh, yeah, no, the internet is a scary place. You're not living near the coast. Yeah. Okay, that means you don't really get a breeze, but it also means that, it's not that humid, which is good, I think. Sometimes, like, the heat can be, like, pressing where I live. Like, heavy. You said the Netherlands is flat as fuck. You can there's a breeze everywhere. Oh, that's nice. That's nice then, because then you can get the breeze without the humidity, Lighting up this forest will do me a great big favor whenever I want to like use this area to plant more trees. Because why wouldn't I? All this free real estate. You know, I have a question, Dayan. As someone that I perceive to also have grown up online, I just watched this video of one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name's Tiffany Berg, and she talks a lot, like extensively, about like family vloggers and stuff like that. Now, we were just talking about how scary the internet is and how weird it can be, right? I would love to know, what are your opinions of children being on the internet in any capacity? What do you think of child influencers, and what do you think of family vloggers? That goes for anybody else who may be listening. Feel free to chat if you would like, only if you want to. You know, what do you guys think about family vlogging? I have very staunch beliefs, but the more that I look into it, the more nuanced they become, I would say. And while you answer that, we can watch the leaves decay, and I'm gonna eat some more of my food. You said that there was a YouTube channel in the Netherlands that made a video, and it started a fight between the family vloggers and the rest of the people in the Netherlands. Very interesting. We had in America a very famous family vlogging, I don't know how do you say it, a very famous vlogging family, if you will, family vloggers, um, called Eight Passengers, and she kind of abused her children for the sake of views. And it was very publicized. A lot of the kids came out and talked about it, you know, stuff like that. So, don't know. Well, I know how I feel about it, but I don't really know what else there is to say on that. Um, I know for a fact that children need to be protected, and they are not as protected as people think they are. Okay? There's so many children that are put in harm's way, both in and out of the foster care system, which is like where kids go if they need to be adopted, if they like lost a parent or anything like that, or if they have nowhere else to go, right? If you're under the age of 18, you go into the foster care system. This is my dump choker for now. You said there are rules for children that they can't work, but vlogging is not seen as work. But it is if you have a camera 20 hours a day in your face. You know, I would argue that content creating in any capacity, being an influencer, definitely in any capacity, which means your channel is taking branded sponsorships and you are receiving AdSense. I have been doing YouTube for 7 years now. Can you imagine that? 7 years. I have seen YouTube evolve. I have seen the very first YouTube, like obviously the Vlog Brothers. I have seen the very first VidCon. I have seen, YouTubers now that are turning 20 years old on YouTube. They have done YouTube for 20 years. YouTube is a legit career. There's many people out there who have made it their lifelong career. And yeah, content creating in any capacity is a job that needs to be paid for and compensated against. I think it begins with regulations for adults, at least with unions for social media content creators or influencers the like. Did they all get into this little box? Oh my gosh, they're so silly. Oh shit. By doing that, oh my gosh, by doing that, they like jump and then they kill me, they shoot me. Anyways, yeah, if your channel is making money, then that child needs to be compensated. There's child acting laws, right? Children are not supposed to work, but it's okay if they do acting, right? You said I work with kids now and I know it's not good for them. Exactly. And that's just when they're iPad kids, right? Let alone like not, that's not mentioning, I don't know. Imagine this. You're born and your birth is on the internet. Imagine that. Now, I'm a little bit too old for my birth to have been posted onto the internet, but I'm certain that if the internet was around when the internet was around when I was born, but if like Facebook and obviously there was MySpace, but if there was Facebook and Twitter around when I was born, I know that my mom, if there was Twitch, you telling me that she wouldn't have like streamed her birth? Dude, what? Look at all of these emeralds. I'm so rich. You know what I mean? Like because why not bring everybody in on that experience? But it's not your experience. It's not just one solitary experience. It's something that it's your child. You're bringing a person into this world. And I think a lot of people, when they have children, they forget that child's going to end up growing up to be a person. It is going to grow up. And a lot of people don't want them to, which is why I think they continue to do this family vlogging and stuff like that. It's a way to immortally infantilize them, and it's a way for everyone else online to do it as well. And I think it's unethical. I think it is unethical to place your child online in any capacity before they can even comprehend the meaning of consent. Teach your child how to say no. Teach your child that their opinion matters and that they are people too. Because one day they're going to vote. One day you're going to need somewhere to go to sleep. You're going to need somebody to take care of you. So you got to protect your children, man. It's not just for selfish purposes. They need to be able to like go throughout life by themselves, to understand how financial systems work, to understand how to behave politically, socially. And these iPad children are honestly scaring me, and I know they scare a lot of people. Now I'm not gonna be sitting here on my high horse and be like, "Oh, this is an epidemic." Da da da. I got no kids. I do have a niece who is 5 years old this year. She's gonna be 5 years old in October. And, she is an iPad kid. And I can tell you right now that she's behind. And that sucks. It sucks to witness and be there, And I also grew up on the internet. I've also been like targeted by adult men on the internet. It was just something we would all laugh about. And you know what's funny is that Tiffany Ferg said the same thing. She said, I used to laugh about it. Creepy old men on the internet. But it was fucking alarming. You should have told your mom. You should have told somebody. He should be on a list. Banning phones for children under 14 and social media till 16. Honestly, yeah, I mean, look, I think social media, if we had platforms that were vetted and that were specifically just for children, we need spaces for children as well. Because, like I said, they're people too. And I think they deserve rights and they deserve right to privacy and things like that, not at the cost of their personal safetyhood, not their personal livelihood. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think we should create more spaces that are just for kids. But it's hard to do that without a kid telling you, like, yes, this is it. All kids want to do when they're young is be treated like an adult. And that's unfortunately not something you can give into all the time, you know? But I do think with a little bit of, like, I don't know, regulation and care and trust, maybe we can find a space for children online. Like I said, there's plenty of child actors. Now, we can talk about the ethics of that as well. But to be certain, like, to be very clear, it's very similar to what they're experiencing now, these children, if not worse. And they have no protections. At least when you're a child actor, right? You have to do a certain amount of school. You have to do a certain amount of like yeah, you have to like graduate with your GED and stuff like that, or else you can't work. You have to be able to do school as well. And what happens when you turn 16? And how many people get jobs before they're 18? I had a job before I was 18. You know? How many of us have to do that, either out of, because we want to be adults so bad, or because, like, it's forced upon us, it's normalized around us. They need those spaces. They need their own spaces for sure. I'm just not sure that place is on the adult internet, and I think any type of regulation would definitely help, bro, so that 16-year-olds are not getting their life ruined for sending nudes, so that they're not as, so that 14-year-olds are not as like predated upon by all of the older people in their life. When you hear about these, like, people like James Charles, they went after children because children are easier to manipulate. It's easier to get somebody that doesn't understand what's going on to do what you want. And it's nasty behavior. I think it's diabolical behavior. A lot of the times, like, I just ask myself, why aren't these people doing it themselves? You want to be a family vlogger so bad, right? Why don't you just be an influencer yourself? You know why? Because it's fucking hard. It's very difficult. Like I said, I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been doing this for 7 years. So, like, yeah, it is, I don't know. It just sucks to see all of this come out. Like, I don't know. I wish that we could do more for the kids of today. I have a little brother who's 16 years old, and I try my best to make sure that he is well informed and that he is not being, like, indoctrinated into the manosphere, I try my best. And I'm not his mom, I want so badly for him to turn out to be a person that, like, that he's proud of. I want him to be happy with himself. I want him to feel like he's capable, and that, whew, he hit me. That means there's gonna be more. Oh, it's okay. It's not empty here. Best chat ever. Yeah, just even kind of slipped up a little bit. I was like, that was rude. That was rude and unnecessary. That's okay though. It's okay. We're just hanging out. I need to go drop off my inventory. I've been avoiding it this entire time. I've been doing a little terraforming. This is nice. This is, like, the most comfortable I feel is when I'm just, like, I guess, pattering about. Oh, you stuck to this tree. Are you stuck to this tree? Is there a log? There's a lot of logs. Ah! That was rude. I've been terraforming. Bastard. It's fucking rude. It's fucking rude, isn't it? Bro, do I sound as bad as British people do when they do American voices? Do I sound that bad when I do a British voice? He said, do you ever experience some harassment? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Like I said, I've been doing YouTube for 7 years. I've been on the internet since I was 12. So yeah, I've experienced harassment, bro. I've experienced fat shaming by people I know too. That's the crazy part. You know, some people say like, "Oh, you wouldn't say that to my face in real life," but a lot of people would. And I don't think that's normal, you know? And I think social media makes people meaner. I think the internet has made people meaner and more bigoted, because it's very easy to find spaces where people think exactly like you. And it's much harder to branch out. It's much harder to find people who disagree with you than it is to find people who agree. So, yeah, I have. I don't think I've gotten any racist messages yet. Um, but I have gotten a lot of fat phobic responses, things like that. People definitely also, I consider this harassment when people are like, "Oh, like I guess I really sexual towards me," if that makes sense. I won't even call it catcalling because that's not what it is. They're simply like, I find it harassing. I find it harassment for people to give me unwarranted, what they consider compliments. It's not a compliment to me, you know. You're a stranger online. I don't know who you are. Don't come out my body. Period. That's it. That's the tweet, you know. It's okay though. I love what I do. I love doing this. I wouldn't want to do anything else. Oh shit, I gotta eat the last of my mac and cheese. It's probably cold. 1 second. Dayon asked me, did I get insecure about it? Honestly, I was already insecure about it because even though America is the fattest place on earth, it's also, like I said, very bigoted. Um, and the reason why it's the fattest place on earth is because the people are actually so poor. Obviously, being an American is way more privileged and not nearly to the same like poverty extent that people in the global south face. But no, I should say, and in that same breath, uh most Americans are not really making that much money. Does that make sense? And when I was younger, I my family and I, we lived off of subsistence for from the government. We were on like food stamps and things like that. Like government programs, social government programs. We had subsidized housing so that my mom could afford to pay the rent, because for a lot of my childhood she was a single mom. Um what else? Yeah, so we often live in what is known as a food desert, which means that you don't have access to healthy, affordable food. Instead, we had like very few options if my mom was too stressed or tired to cook, or if one of the kids did not take the meat out of the fridge, then we have to eat McDonald's. And that was pretty much it, been like that ever since my little brother was born. Ever since there was more than two of us. My mom had two children before my little brother. Now she has three. Come from a big family, and I'm the only girl. So you know what? Let's watch the sunrise. Yeah, and I'm the only girl. So um the fat phobia has always been rampant, and especially when you go to school as well, people are just really bigoted. Kids as well, they can be very mean. So all my life I've struggled with my weight. I've had eating disorders, or disordered eating, and I have struggled. I've gained a lot of weight, I've lost a lot of weight and gained it back. It's not nice to not feel good about yourself. It's not a very good feeling, and there's a lot of people out there who want you to feel down, especially when you come across very confident or very outspoken, or I wouldn't say aggressive. I should say argumentative. You guys, you know me, okay? I know I can get argumentative. I like to debate. Um, I'm not gonna apologize for it. And yeah, for some people, it just rubs them the wrong way, and I understand. You know, I'm not for everybody. I think anybody who is for everybody is for nobody. You know, so if I'm not your cup of tea, keep it pushing. You know what I mean? I'm in a loving, happy relationship. There have been people all my life who have been attracted to me, who have liked me. It has nothing to do with your weight. And the way that I view myself has very little to do with the way other people perceive me, and entirely to do with how I perceive myself. So, yeah. I hope that answers your question. You know, the body dysmorphia is rampant. Um, and yeah, part of that is due to growing up online and um seeing people like promote and perpetuate toxic beauty standards. That's something every culture has to deal with, I guess, especially when your culture is rooted in patriarchy and misogyny. So, we're getting into the good shit today. I missed y'all. I missed being here. Look at this area. It's looking real nice. Let's unload the buggy. You said you started running this week. Already did it 3 times, 3 kilometers this week. Getting healthy. Hashtag getting healthy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've been trying to get back into like walking at least. Um because even though when I go to work it is like a lot of stress on my body, I still want to be making progress towards my movement and my health goals, right? Which means I still need to go to the gym. I still need to lift weights, and I love lifting. Woof, I love lifting. Um, I think it makes me feel really powerful. It's one of my favorite pastimes, to be honest. What am I doing? I need more. Yeah, I need more of these. Perfect. Let's put this away. Can you? No, you can't. You can't put signs on sugar boxes. It'll break. Bro, where's like the rest? I thought I had a sugar box. No, I think I left that in a cave. It's okay. All is well. Maybe VR Minecraft running from creepers? Nah, hell nah. I've been just getting back into walking, trying to get like 8 to 10,000 steps a day, and I upped my move goal on my Apple Watch. I try to eat a little bit better, have way more water, less caffeine. I actually haven't had any caffeine today. Really proud. You should be proud of me. Look at this. I'm so vibrant and lively. Okay. Uh, what was I saying? Yeah, man. I think the health for me comes mainly from the inside. And I want to feel healthy first. I know how to work out, I know how to stretch. I need to learn how to eat in a way that I'm feeding my body. I'm getting all of my nutrients. Food is fuel. And that's something any recovering person will tell you. Food is fuel. And the process is not always linear. But hey, I mean, I lost a few pounds. I weighed myself today. I had lost a few pounds. Very proud of myself because it's working. It's literally working. Like I said, I know how to lose weight. I just want to be able to keep it off this time. I want it to be healthy. I don't want to lose 100 pounds in a few months. I don't care if it takes me 3 years. I want it to stay off this time. Simi is so proud of you. Thank you. I'm proud of you too. I'm glad that we're proud of each other, man. This is a safe space, and that's all I really kind of want to do with my streams, honestly. I need to put the bar lower. When I was doing all this stuff on my stream, I didn't really have anybody to talk to, and now I'm trying to learn a new skill. I'm trying to look at the chat and fix these technical problems and all this stuff. And I have help, and you guys have so much patience, and I appreciate you. So thank you everybody for being here. I think I want to keep going until 4 o'clock for sure. Well, I'll keep going till the top of the hour. So whatever hour that is for you. Let's see how much of this we can get done. Oh yeah, and there's village down there, which means we can make a village over here. Let's go. Making villages in Minecraft is just awesome. It's a great pastime. I thought about even starting like a peaceful world. I thought that could be nice. Hey Ramen, how's the work going? Actually being a working person. What's the tea? You feeling good? You said how many minutes? About 15 more minutes. I hope that's not too bad. We will have gone for 2 hours today. The work is okay. Yeah, you've been a little quiet, so I figured that maybe something was stressing you out. You're also cooking, so there's that as well. You're just like getting back into it. I still haven't died, by the way. Let's not jinx it. Let's not get too cocky, all right? Let's get a picture for the thumbnail. Nice. Cool. You said this refactor was just a touch more involved than you realized, but it's chill. I'm so happy for you. I mean, I don't know what a refactor is, but I'm glad that you're figuring it out. You know, that's what we're here to do, support each other. This might be one of the most satisfying things to do in Minecraft. Just chop wood. Go find you a forest, You had a tough day. Go find you a forest. Go chop that shit down. Replant it. You know? It's a menial task, yes. And I often get stuck in menial tasks. I often get stuck in the planning phase. So, but I think it's good to chip a little bit off the block every time that we show up. You know? So, show up for yourself today. Show up for someone that you care about. One of these days, we're gonna have music, okay? Because this Minecraft music, just don't be cutting it like that. Ugh. I'm lighting up this whole area. I can't wait to have a moss farm so that when I'm doing this process, I can just like lay down the moss on top and then I don't have to come back and fix it, Oof. I think I want to fix this. This looks kind of ugly. I don't know if I'll necessarily will build something here. Maybe I might just put like a couple of farms. But I thought it could be nice. Like a build, can I go into free camp? Thank you. See how this is this village down here? I think that's great. But I want to open up this waterway a lot. Now they already kind of like there's already like a land bridge here. But I want to break that and put like a real bridge to come across here, like a tall, like arched one, big enough for boats to come by, and for people to come to this village town that will be along the coast, I think. And then we can have even like a waterfall feature. I think this terrain lends itself very well to a waterfall. We can put a little waterfall in here. It'll be pretty easy. And then we could even have like a big staircase to, let's say, a temple or something up here. Like, I was reading Poppy War. I started reading Poppy War. What am I, like a third of the way through or something? I took a break to do the summer reading challenge, but girl, that exhausted me. So I can't wait to go back and read Poppy War. But I think this could be a great spot for like a temple. I want to get away from just making houses. I want to make other things to establish in the area. It could be a big like trading center up here. I think that could be nice. But I think most of the trades should probably happen in this little village here. Like that we're going to put here. Little riverside village. Or maybe there can be two trading hubs. So you come for the big trading hub, right? But the village nearby takes advantage of the tourism. And of course, I love making like free stuff as well. So, or this could be like a center of knowledge. We can put a library up here, and we could actually have. Oh my gosh, this is a big enough space, definitely for a library, and it's pretty center. I think if we look at the map. Okay, it's not that center, but if we really look at it, right, we can have the library to the west over here. Wait, never eat to the east over here. A staircase again. You didn't even finish the last one. I know, right? I meant more like one that doesn't go through something. I will finish it. I don't know. I like working on multiple projects at once because when I lose inspiration for one, I gain inspiration for another. And yeah, I don't want to limit myself, man. This is my process, This village here is not even technically finished. There's a house right there that never got finished being built because it was my house. I didn't feel like it. I felt so much pressure. And all it needs is a fucking roof, really, and a semi-functional interior. But I think that a lot of the houses are too close together. I think there's too many villagers per square block. And that's something that I want to be more careful with my city planning in the future. I want these people to feel, I want my villagers in Minecraft to live a life that I can't live. I want this to be an idealistic society. And these little O's and ones, they can wait as long as I want them to, you know? And today I want to chop trees. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, you know? Otherwise, I will just like you said, that's deep and sad. Yeah, I think it is a little sad too. That's also how my video making process goes, which is why I struggle a lot to release videos in a schedule, like a proper schedule and stick to it, you know? But again, I've been working on that. I've been practicing editing every day so I can actually get better, not just stay the same, you know? You know what I mean? I think that's my fear. I think that's like one of my biggest fears is staying the same. Not that there's anything wrong with me. I just don't want to be in a state of complacency. I don't want to be stuck in the past either. I didn't even break any tools. And none of this stuff has like... Oh, there's some enchantments. I can't really say that. There's nothing I'm missing, right? Bro, watch I find that there's a goddamn log somewhere, bro. No, it wouldn't decay if there was a log. I will need to take a break after. I want to continue doing stuff off camera when I'm not streaming so that I don't have that pressure. I can actually like think and plan. When I'm streaming, bro, a lot of the times I'm just like losing my train of thought or whatever, which is why I wanted to do a menial task. It's why I wanted to do something simple and yeah, very boring, but good for being able to respond quickly to comments and like the chat, right? So I'd like to think that it was a pretty good stream today, even though we just chopped down a few trees. We made some plans. Making plans is always fun. Ugh, I need access to my delicious bread. You said it's not boring? Thanks! That makes me feel good. That makes me feel very good about myself. Thank you. Because like if it was me, right? I have a streamer that I watch play Minecraft. She hasn't streamed in a long time. It's kind of affected like my desire to play the game in a little bit, you know? But she does the same thing. Like she'll just literally chop trees or terraform for like a whole month. Because that's just, I don't know, man. Like that's just how long it takes. I feel like Minecraft is not a game that you can play lightly, but it is very adaptable. So who knows? I mean, there's people who speed run it in 20 minutes, you know? Not me though. Yeah, the terraforming as we go, it's going to be so good. Maybe one day we can play Minecraft together. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That would be so much fun. We can get on comms and stuff. We can get on Discord or something. Hell yeah. And then we can all have like a world together. We can all do things to help each other. Whenever I play with my partner, I find myself being a little bit more motivated, you know, because it's like, oh, thank God, at least somebody else is doing something, you know. It's the pressure is not all on me. I won't be chopping every tree, just enough that it kind of clears away. Wow. Look at that, man. Look at that. I gotta take another screenshot. Wow. I love this game. Look, Ramen, it's Jeffrey. Hello, Jeffrey. Yes, hello. Alrighty. And Jeffrey was a great horse. Pard. Yes, I miss Pard. I was gonna actually go back to the other village where Pard is. No, Pard is at our Dutch village. That's cool. But I have set everything up. Hello. Okay. I've set everything up so that we can start next time and chop a few more trees, do a lot more terraforming, and of course, yap a lot more. It was an amazing stream. Yes, thank you. Thank everybody for being here. I can't wait to do everything that we were planning to do. And hopefully, I will see you next Thursday. Okay. Bye. Bye. You guys take care.